Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to everyone and Prof. First of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Christina binti Muhammad Fairuz Hafiz. My matric number is 263831. In today's presentations, my team comprises of 6 members, which are Zin Zihau, Nurul Masmizan Sofia, Nur Zahra Fazila, myself, Farah Izzati, and lastly, Muhammad Faiz Irfan. Today, we are going to present about the specific issues, which are the ethical issues, about the scandal Burberry of the Malaysian International Shipping Corporation Berhad. So now, I will pass to the next presenter to continue about the discussions and the relevant facts on these cases.
Summary. MISC Berhad, a subsidiary of Petronas, had recently surfaced in 3 million global Burberry scandal involving its Kikeh oil field project off the shore of Sabah, partner SBN Offshore. The allegation surfaced after the content of a document which was allegedly stolen from within SBN Offshore, which is a Dutch company, were delivered by a dissatisfied employee who had yearly demanded a huge money for non-disclosure. The content were believed to have been revealed. The paragraph in document that implicate MISC did as follows: 4.1 Malaysia payment to Bernardo Limited and Delcon Limited totaling approximately 10,000 USD paid on by way of rebates to MISC for the Kikeh floating, production, storage and offloading FPSO project listed to us oil company Murphy. Both SBN Offshore and MISC had formed joint venture company MDFT Labuan and MPS Sdn Berhad to operate the FPSO. Respectively, it was not known what the role of Bernardo LED was in relation to the Kikeh FPSO. It is learned that Delcon LDT and SBN Offshore were involved in the transfer line project at the oil field. However, SBN Offshore had since declined to comment on the content of the document, but claimed that the content were merely partial and taken out of content. This information had been obtained illegally by an angry former employee who tried to extort SBN. As the investigation of the American and Dutch judiciary are still running, with which we are fully cooperating, we cannot further give any information, said spokesman from SBN Offshore in reply to a query from a Dutch magazine on the alleged scandal. However, it was learned that MIC had also since denied any knowledge of its alleged involvement in the scandal. Lastly, the Kikeh oil field is located about 120 km northwest of Labuan, offshore of Sabah, in depth of about 1,300 meters. Murphy Sabah Oil Company operates Kikeh on behalf of partner Petronas Carigali. SBN told Kuwait that it was only aware of the leaked document in late January this year. Lastly, the located 120 km northwest of Labuan, Sabah, and the Kiki field has estimated a reserve of 400 to 700 million barrels of oil. Established in November 1998, MIC major owner are Petronas and the Employees Provident Fund Boards.
My name is Farah Izzati binti Abdullah. My metric number is 265693. I would like to present about the ethic awareness that must develop in all organizations, either for the individual and in the business. Ethic awareness, for your information, is the ability to decide certain situation and difficult situation, critically analyze, evaluate, and additionally change one's own attitude for the life of people. Like we mentioned before, they apply for both daily life and business. What the issue happened in the MIC Berhad? MIC Berhad is a local oil and gas shipping firm which involved in bright recipient in the global scandal with Dutch Maritime Engineering Group SBM offshore. MIC has received amount $10 million and in the Malaysia currency with it, which is 33 million from SBM company. This transaction related to the case KK floating production storage and offloading FPSO development of happened at Sabah Coast. Which part unethical issue in this case happened in the MIC? I've been highlight two. They got two unethical issue, that is involving action by both parties, which is MIC Berhad asset bribery from SBM Berhad and SBM Offshore in KK floating production storage and offloading FPSO project that involving payment to the Bornado Limited with total $10 million. Next, the former employee from SBM Offshore who's not satisfied and blackmailed the company itself. Ethic. What the ethic action by the MIC Berhad? After they got so many involved with the corrupt and bribery case, MIC had joint collaboration with Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC). This purpose to give full support and cooperation relating to the alleged bribery probe. This applies to each of them involved in the MIC Berhad. MIC mentioned that they must give a good payment in terms of higher integrity and then the accountability through their business and operation. Next, the short term which is MISC, the collaboration, encourage MIC group to create code of ethic, which is code of conduct and the business ethic to be guideline in anti-bribery and corruption. After many years, they strengthened their group business ethic. MIC have implemented compliance and ethic program toward MIC 2020. The program called Compliance and Ethic Program. This program based in international compliance standard and deliver the framework, amplify and guiding of good business ethic and conduct of their employee in business operation with integrity. This program has approved by MIC board have upgrading the organization level through their judgment, action and behavior. And like mentioned before, MIC has strict code of conduct and business ethic which called COBE. This code encourage employee to clearly understand and adopt it well in the organization. And the second one has fulfilled the development in both local and international practice. There's under for the employee understand the adopt well, which is they sharing the value of loyalty, integrity, professional and constantly giving back impact in the organization. Also, in terms of trust and mutual respect among the stakeholders. And then for the fulfill development in both local and international, they assure the individual behavior is in line with the MIC shared value. And apply to all employee and director within the MIC group worldwide. And then they assume that either directly or not, those who involve are contractual with them. For example, contract, subcontract, consultant, agent, representative who involve work and service with the MIC. Then wholly COBE mainly against the related to the improper solicitation, bribery, corrupt activity, and non-compliance involving the each party like employee, director, third party, and who work in behalf of the MSC group. Also, the other party like the joint ventures such as non-contractual venture and associate company has able to then follow and that well the ethic than the end policy. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nuramas Mizan Sofia binti Muhammad. My metric number is 262032. I will continue to explain about awareness of stakeholder. Stakeholder is an individual who has an interest in a corporation and may either impact the company or be influenced by it. For example, like suppliers and shareholder. MISC does have a lot of stakeholders, and Petronas is the main stakeholder of MISC as they are the biggest MISC shareholder. In 2014, it had been reported that MISC was engaged in allegations of oil and gas bribery scandal with 33 million. The issue of the scandal that MISC was regulated by bribery action in 2014 to fund the project in Sabah in a negative ways with corporate governance. MISC had made the effort to make a profit in terms of sustainability, but by taking bribery, it should be attributed to a negative impact on the management quality. So, the management should take a legal approach that complies with the company's policies to fund the project by not creating a conflict of interest like a bribery action. So, the company should report specific issues relating to the performance and operations of the company, as well as factual financial information. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next, I will explain about the definitions of the ethics reasonings, the MIC, Burberry issues of the different views of the stakeholder, and then lastly, who's the stronger stakeholder agreement that we are choosing of the MIC Burberry issues. Okay, in this slide, the definitions of the ethic reasoning are the abilities from the variety of the ethical positions to define, analyze, and to create the ethical agreement. Next, individual is willing to behave in such a way to increase or decrease the quality of others' life, and the differences between helping and harming is commonly understood. So in ethics reasoning holds into two rules in life, which are the highlighting arts that enhance the well-being of other peoples, and highlighting arts that harms the well-being of the other peoples. So the overall views of this ethic reasoning by a stakeholder is an identifiable of groups or individual who can affect the achievement of an organization's objective, or who is affected by the achievement of an organization's objective. So next, the differences view of the various stakeholder. So in this MIC company, the issues of the Burberry scandal by this company, we are taken by two different stakeholders, which are the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commissions MACC and also the Petronas as their stakeholder itself. So in MACC, they are mentioned that the MISC is not tolerating any related to the bribery event. This company give a good commitment in terms of highest standard of quality and accountability their businesses and also operations. So the issues that of the scandal that MISC was regulated by the bribery actions in 2014 to found the project in Sabah uh, give a negative way dealing with the corporate governments. So from the views of this various stakeholder of ethics reasoning between the company and also the stakeholder who stake in is that the company reputation and the management quality should be reviewed. So next, about the different views of the Petronas. So Petronas is a subsidiary to the Malaysia International Shipping Company, which are to the MISC itself. So the first question that rising why the Petronas is diversifying its business interests while the local petroleum sectors has not been sufficiently developed. So in this Petronas, it is less than impressive the human rights or democratic the record, although some of the information about the overseas explorations is available, and the deep and depth of this is limited, such as example of country by the country reporting of the payment to these governments is not published. So who's the stakeholder has the stronger ethics agreement that we are chosen of the MISC issues the Petronas because of the violated the principle to the royalty of the agency of their company as the main of the stakeholder to creating a financial statement disclosed with the true details of the profit and losses. So the context of the transparency that we are gains in the class shows the organizations being the responsive and visible the actions to take whether those actions being compatible with its value. So in this issue also can disrupt the MIC and its group of measure so that the company has to make a strong incentive to take the positive and ethical actions to repair the harms to its management quality there. Okay, that's all for me. So I will pass to the next presenter to explain about the ethical suggestions. Thank you.
Hi! Next, I will present about ethical suggestion. From the article, we can see that company MIC Berhad and SBN Offshore involved in bribery. So there are a few ways to prevent corruption among them. First, the both companies should conduct awareness campaign. From this, they will know the negative impact of being involved in bribery in their life. We can see their employees are not honest because they want to cover the illegal action of their company. This is not good for company because we know if if one company do something not good or break the rule, they must be punished. Next, company should give bonus or promote to good employee to show the employee appreciate their works. As we know, employees who involved in bribery have financial problems and they not have enough money to pay their loans, debt or anything like. So they took the easy way to get rich quickly by involved in bribery. Um, any business or company will feel if their employees or employers feel its moral permission to lie and violates agreement of the company, enforcing layoff on individual and group involved. The company can give another chance by having discipline action to scare employees not to do this activity again in future. If they still do this activity, they can be charged to legal actions. Punish them by law can make them more regretful by their actions. There are a lot of ways to prevent corruption in our country, but we only take these three ways. That is all from me. Thank you.
As a conclusion, the growth and development of the corporate culture is expanding faster and faster nowadays. This could be reason of many appearance of the ethical dilemma issue and problem in organization. The major ethical issue applied in office fields such as bribery. The top management should implement rules and regulations to let everyone obey it and create a clean workplace and free from bribery. The top management team also need to carry out reviews to prevent any of their employees wage and ethical rules. So ethical lesson, there are few ethical lessons can be learned from this case. First of all, we need to prevent employees that now how needs to be prevent corruption among of MISC's employees and conducting and combating among them. The employer should give bonus and promote the employee for the sake of the breakout non-space in order to protect the company from the bribery culture. This case reminds us why it's important to consider both human and punishment to prevent anyone from involving in bribery.